If you just keep braiding your hair will grow. Is this true, honey? I hate to say it. Hey hair farmers, my name is Nasu and I'm super excited to welcome you back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be spilling the real tea on protective styling. In our community, as Black women, we've often been told braiding grows your hair. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to switch to Jiwa. Things like that. Like we constantly hear, if you just keep braiding your hair will grow. Is this true, honey? I hate to say it, but it's not. It's not true because braiding in and of itself does not grow your hair. And you're probably thinking, hold up now, so like my hair grows when I braid. Yes, it does, but your hair is constantly growing. The only difference between your hair when it's out and when your hair is in a protective style is that you're able to retain the length better. All right, so our hair is constantly growing. Have a proper hair routine, then it grows at a more consistent rate, but our hair is constantly growing. So what's the difference between our hair growing when it's in braids and our hair growing when it's out? The difference is you're able to retain your length. So when your hair is out and it's growing, sometimes it breaks a lot. One, because we're constantly combing, stretching, manipulating, blow drying, things like that. So over manipulation leads to breakage, exposure to harsh conditions leads to breakage, just lack of moisture leads to breakage. So when your hair is out, it's up against all those things. So that's one of the reasons why you may feel like your hair isn't really growing as much when it's out as compared to when it's in braids. When it's in braids, it's covered, it's protected from harsh elements. If you keep your braids in for like at least a month, it's protected from over manipulation. It's protected from you constantly braiding it or stretching it or doing all those things to it. So that's why it looks like our hair grows more when it's in braids as opposed to when it's not in braids. All right, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good part is, as I've said before, braids, protective styles help you retain your length. The bad, you are constantly in protective styles, baby, you are going to realize that your hair will start thinning, your hair will probably start breaking, and no hairline will be found. That's the thing, like our hair needs to rest. So like you braid, you let it rest for a bit, you braid, you let it rest for a bit. Otherwise over time, like I can even tell you guys my own life, my hair was really thick when I was young. Like over time in high school and then after that, like constant braiding, I noticed over time that my hair was getting thinner and thinner, and now I'm literally fighting for that thickness again. Like I'm fighting to make sure that my hair gets to the OG state of thickness that it was at before all that manipulation. So how do we remedy that? We remedy that having a proper protective style routine. So like you are in a protective style for let's say 2 months and you spend a month in a hair. And I know that this is challenging for some, but let's say you're in braids for like a month. Spend like a week at least in like buns and like high puffs, like low manipulation hairstyles, and then like spend like 2 weeks in cornrows. So like you're wigging it out and then like you have your cornrows in for 2 weeks, and for 2 weeks you're just not touching your hair. You're just maybe spraying it daily, maybe moisturizing it here and there, but for those 2 weeks your hair is literally just resting. All right, and then you wash your hair, get those corners done again, resting. All right, there is a way for everyone. And another thing that's going on in the natural hair community is this thing of braiding your hair every night. No, don't do that. You don't need to do that. What you can do is, if you have a high puff, let's say you braid it out, you braid your hair and then like you do a high puff on like Monday, you can like tie your hair in such a way that a high puff is retained, and like maybe you can keep that in for, you can keep the high puff for like maybe 2 or 3 days, and then only after a couple of days do you like braid your hair again, and then like do the high puff or do the bun or whatever it is. But do not braid your hair every night. Don't do it. I say no, it's a protective style. No, I'm protecting my hair for sleep. No, sweetie, like you can protect your hair for sleep in other ways by using a satin pillowcase, satin bonded, all that good stuff, but not constantly braiding your hair every night. All right, I feel like I've said a lot. But I'm here to just say the tea on protective styling, yes, it helps retain your length, but if you overdo it, it's not going to be cute. It's helpful for you guys. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. How often do you keep your protective styles in? Please like, share, and subscribe.